A new wave of cyber attacks targeting European diplomats has emerged, raising concerns about the security of sensitive government communications. These incidents highlight the persistent threat posed by sophisticated hacking groups. A China-linked group, identified as UNC6384, has been exploiting an unpatched vulnerability in Windows shortcuts to launch attacks against diplomatic and governmental institutions in several European countries, including Hungary, Belgium, Italy, and the Netherlands. According to reports from Arctic Wolf, these attacks took place between September and October 2025, utilizing spear phishing emails to lure recipients into opening malicious attachments disguised as documents related to high-level meetings. Next, we'll explore how these attacks are executed, the specific vulnerabilities being exploited, and the implications for cybersecurity in diplomatic circles. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Timeline of the attacks. In September 2025, a series of cyber attacks orchestrated by the China-linked group UNC6384 began targeting European diplomatic and governmental entities. These attacks exploited a recently discovered vulnerability in Windows shortcuts, specifically identified as CV 2025-9491, which has a CVSS score of 7.0, indicating a significant risk level. The attack chain initiated with spear phishing emails designed to lure recipients into clicking on malicious links. These links led to the download of LNK files that were disguised as documents related to European Commission meetings and NATO workshops. The use of such themes was strategically chosen to increase the likelihood of engagement from targeted diplomats. By early October, cybersecurity firm Arctic Wolf reported that the malicious LNK files executed a PowerShell command to extract payloads from a tar archive, while simultaneously displaying a decoy PDF to distract the user. This decoy tactic is indicative of the attacker's sophisticated approach to conceal malicious activities. The payload itself consisted of a malicious DLL file, Cannon Stager, which facilitated the deployment of the PlugX malware. This remote access Trojan is known for its extensive capabilities, including command execution, keylogging, and system reconnaissance. Its modular architecture allows for the addition of plugins tailored to specific operational needs, enhancing its versatility for cyber espionage. As the attacks progressed, Arctic Wolf observed a notable reduction in the size of the Cannon Stager artifacts, from approximately 700 kilobytes to just 4 kilobytes. This evolution suggests ongoing development aimed at minimizing detection and forensic analysis. The strategic focus of these attacks aligns with the People's Republic of China's broader intelligence objectives, particularly concerning European defense cooperation and policy coordination. By targeting diplomatic entities engaged in these areas, UNC6384 seeks to gather critical information that could influence international relations and security initiatives. In response to the growing threat, Microsoft had previously stated that their Defender software includes measures to detect and block such malicious activities, although the effectiveness of these defenses is continually tested by the evolving tactics of threat actors like UNC6384. The recent cyber attacks attributed to the China-linked group UNC6384 have significant implications for the affected diplomatic and governmental entities. First and foremost, the exploitation of the Windows shortcut vulnerability, CV 2025-9491, not only compromises sensitive communications but also undermines trust among European nations regarding their cybersecurity posture. As these attacks specifically target organizations involved in defense cooperation and policy coordination, the potential for sensitive information leaks could jeopardize national security and diplomatic relations. Moreover, the use of sophisticated techniques such as DLL sideloading and the deployment of the PlugX malware indicates a high level of operational capability within UNC6384. This evolution in tactics presents a formidable challenge for cybersecurity defenses, necessitating a reassessment of current protective measures among the targeted entities. The fact that the malware can execute a wide range of functions, including keylogging and system reconnaissance, raises the stakes considerably, as the attackers can gather extensive intelligence without detection. In response to these threats, affected organizations may need to enhance their cybersecurity training for staff, particularly focusing on recognizing spear phishing attempts that leverage diplomatic lures. This could involve more rigorous simulations and awareness programs to mitigate the risk of falling victim to such attacks. Additionally, the decline in the size of the malicious artifacts suggests that the attackers are refining their methods to minimize forensic traces, which could complicate future investigations and incident response efforts. Furthermore, the geopolitical implications of these cyber attacks cannot be overlooked. As Europe grapples with the ramifications of such intrusions, it may prompt a collective response among member states to bolster cybersecurity frameworks and foster greater collaboration in intelligence sharing. This heightened awareness could lead to the establishment of more stringent cybersecurity policies and protective measures across the region, ultimately reshaping how European nations approach their digital security in an interconnected world. In conclusion, the consequences of these cyber attacks extend beyond immediate operational impacts. They could influence diplomatic relations, national security strategies, and cybersecurity policies across Europe, highlighting the need for a coordinated and proactive approach to countering evolving cyber threats. As the landscape of cyber threats evolves, the recent surge in attacks targeting European diplomats underscores the urgent need for enhanced cybersecurity measures. The exploitation of the unpatched Windows shortcut vulnerability, CV 2025-9491, exemplifies how quickly attackers can adapt their strategies to leverage existing weaknesses. This particular flaw has been linked to various threat actors over the years, indicating a persistent vulnerability that requires immediate attention from software developers and security teams alike. In response to these incidents, European governments are likely to reassess their cybersecurity protocols and invest in more robust defense mechanisms. This includes not only patching known vulnerabilities promptly but also implementing layered security strategies that combine technology with employee training to recognize and respond to phishing attempts. Organizations may also consider adopting advanced threat detection systems that utilize machine learning and artificial intelligence to identify anomalous behavior indicative of a breach. Moreover, the evolution of malware delivery techniques, such as the use of HTML application (HTA) files, highlights the necessity for ongoing education about emerging threats. As cybercriminals refine their tactics, the importance of sharing threat intelligence among nations and organizations becomes paramount. Collaborative efforts can help to identify patterns and attack vectors and develop proactive defenses. The geopolitical implications of these cyber attacks cannot be overlooked. The targeting of diplomatic entities suggests that these operations are not merely financially motivated but are also aimed at gathering intelligence that could influence international relations. As such, countries may need to bolster their diplomatic cybersecurity frameworks to protect sensitive communications and maintain the integrity of their foreign policy initiatives. Finally, the potential for further escalation in cyber warfare raises questions about the adequacy of current international cybersecurity norms and agreements. As state-sponsored cyber activities increase, establishing clear guidelines and responses to such attacks will be crucial in preserving diplomatic stability and ensuring accountability among nations. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.